Asha, an endangered Mexican gray wolf known for venturing beyond the designated wolf recovery area in 2023, has taken on a new role: motherhood. The Institute of American Indian Arts in Santa Fe may lose nearly 80% of its federal funding under a proposed budget from the Trump administration. At a Wednesday news conference in Santa Fe, Democratic gubernatorial candidate Deb Haaland pledged to defend and expand veteran services here in New Mexico. And for the first time since its creation in 2009, the Albuquerque Intragovernmental Conference convened on Tuesday. From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Thursday, June 5th, and I'll have more on those stories in a few moments, plus a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast on the other side of this break.
This episode is brought to you by the Kirtland Partnership Committee. For 30 years, we've been dedicated to supporting, growing, and preserving the Kirtland National Security Complex. We work tirelessly to enhance military readiness, foster community partnerships, improve quality of life, and promote economic development right here in New Mexico. Join us in our mission to ensure that Kirtland remains a cornerstone of national security and a key provider of quality jobs and investment for all of Greater Albuquerque. Together, we can make a powerful impact. Kirtland Partnership Committee, proudly shaping the future of our national security for 30 years.
Asha, an endangered Mexican gray wolf known for venturing beyond the designated wolf recovery area in 2023, has taken on a new role: motherhood. On May 8th, Asha gave birth to 5 healthy pups at the Silverita Wolf Management Facility near Socorro, New Mexico. This is the first litter for both Asha and her mate M1966, who's a captive-born male that she was paired with in December of 2023. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service plans to release the full pack into private land in New Mexico this summer, likely the Ladder Ranch, managed by Turner Enterprises, which emphasizes ecotourism and conservation. The release will be timed with elk calving season to encourage natural hunting behavior. The pups will be vaccinated around 6 weeks of age before moving to the acclimation pen and then into the wild. Because Asha was born in the wild and has no past conflicts with people or livestock, officials are hopeful her experience will help the pack adapt successfully. However, if her mate causes problems, he may be recaptured and returned to captivity. In a broader push to improve the genetic diversity of the species, Fish and Wildlife and Arizona Game and Fish placed 17 captive-born Mexican wolf pups into wild dens this year, 9 of which were also born at Silvieta. This fostering strategy, which replaces the earlier approach of releasing entire packs, has helped many pups survive to breeding age and contribute to the wild population. Officials say the program is showing strong success, with 21 of 22 fostered wolves now reaching breeding age and 13 of them producing 31 litters so far. These efforts are key to potentially downlisting the species from its current endangered status and encouraging a genetically resilient future for the Mexican gray wolf. The Institute of American Indian Arts, or IAIA, in Santa Fe, New Mexico, may lose nearly 80% of its federal funding under a proposed budget from the Trump administration. The cuts, part of a broader effort to slash programs supporting diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, would reduce IAIA's federal funding by $13.4 million from a total budget of around $17 million. IAIA is one of the 37 tribal colleges and universities nationwide, and one of the few higher education institutions in New Mexico's capital. Nearly 80% of its students and 42% of its staff are Native American. The proposed cuts come from a budget request by the Department of the Interior, which oversees the Bureau of Indian Education. The Bureau of Indian Education did not comment on the proposal, but the administration has publicly committed to eliminating all DEI programs, citing $2.3 billion in expected savings. IAIA President Robert Martin confirmed that the institution has been preparing for possible cuts. Though disheartened, he said he remains confident that IAIA will be funded through the next fiscal year. He notes reassurances from the New Mexico congressional delegation, which is pledged to maintain requested funding levels and could challenge the proposed cuts legally. Still, Martin acknowledged the fear and anxiety among IAIA's faculty, staff, and students caused by the uncertainty. In a letter to the campus earlier this year, he emphasized the need for vigilance and proactive financial planning, noting that the school has already drawn down the maximum allowed funding from existing grants. The New Mexico Higher Education Department has pledged ongoing support for IAIA and the state's other tribal colleges, saying it is closely monitoring federal developments that could affect funding. While IAIA has seen just one budget reduction in Martin's 17-year tenure, this latest proposal presents a significant threat to the institution's stability, and also to the broader mission of supporting Indigenous students and cultural preservation preservation through higher education. At a Wednesday news conference in Santa Fe, Democratic gubernatorial candidate Deb Haaland pledged to defend and expand veteran services in New Mexico, criticizing the Trump administration's proposed plan to eliminate over 80,000 jobs from the Federal Department of Veteran Affairs. Haaland, who comes from a military family, used the event to launch her, quote, Vets for Deb coalition and promised to bolster rural transportation programs and target predatory businesses that exploit veterans. The event also included a public endorsement from Common Defense, a progressive veterans group based in New York. Its executive director, Jose Vasquez, said the group plans to run TV ads and hire staff in New Mexico to support Haaland's campaign. Though Haaland has yet to roll out detailed policy positions since launching her campaign in February, she stated those will be coming in the next few months. Meanwhile, her campaign has already reported raising $3.7 million, but despite these fundraising figures, Haaland is not alone in the Democratic primary field. Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman and former Las Cruces Mayor Ken Miyagi-Shima are also in the race. Bregman recently picked up endorsements from 5 labor unions, including the Albuquerque Police Officers Association. On the Republican side, Rio Rancho Mayor Greg Hall has confirmed his candidacy, though he has delayed his formal launch. Duke Rodriguez, a cannabis entrepreneur, has also expressed interest in running, and more GOP candidates are expected to enter. Veterans remain a key voting bloc in New Mexico, where more than 122,000 veterans make up about 7.4% of the adult population, which is a figure higher than the national average. State lawmakers have already taken steps to support veterans, including expanding property tax exemptions via a voter-approved constitutional amendment. And for the first time since its creation in 2009, Albuquerque's Intragovernmental Conference Committee, or ICC, convened on Tuesday to mediate a growing power struggle between the mayor and city council over how ambulances should be staffed. The dispute centers on whether 2 paramedics should be required per ambulance as mandated by a recent city council resolution, or whether 1 paramedic per vehicle is sufficient, a change supported by the mayor's office and already in place at select fire stations. Mayor Tim Keller's team argues that doubling up paramedics limits emergency coverage, while the council claims its resolution is within its legislative authority to protect the public welfare. The ICC, which is newly staffed as of June of last year, is made up of 3 attorneys and has not yet ruled on the issue. Meanwhile, the mayor has filed a lawsuit in state court, though the judge is letting the ICC process play out first. The outcome could impact how emergency services are delivered across Albuquerque. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy all of the stories we share with you on a daily basis, please consider becoming a digital subscriber by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the stories that matter to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny skies with a high near 86, and for this evening mostly clear with a low around 59. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.